So guys, hygiene is essential during, especially hygiene should be important always, but um, spiritual hygiene and energetic hygiene is essential during uh, life path periods. If you are aiming to ascend, if you are looking to be promoted, and if you want to change your lifestyle, if you find that you're not happy with how your life is going, you feel like you're stuck and you want things to change, either in the world that you see, how you see your life, or how you feel about your life internally. If you participate and make energetic changes and spiritual changes, you can um, timeline jump. So, some of the things that you would need to do to make that happen, I'm looking at my notes. I want to forget anything for you guys. Would be one, reducing rage, um, and detoxing. Not detoxing in the way that you may normally think of it, but killing your ego in every way possible, participating or actively practicing self love and reprioritization of yourself, um, without feeding your ego. So being able to love yourself while not causing harm or disregard to others is what I'm referring to. And also detoxing from specific things, um, not necessarily just food, but um, detoxing from acts and behaviors that equate to things. For instance, pride, wrath, gluttony, greed, sloth, envy, and lust. If you are able to eliminate things, people, places, and relationships that thrive in those things, ascension is easier to deal with. Promotion is easier to um, to to have. Um, Activating your vagus nerve and your pineal gland. Um, like I said, making sure that you are being harm free, self harm and harm from others, uh, participating in love thyself and love thy neighbor. Um, Very important is to learn self play and self pleasure that are acts above your sacral chakra and your genital region. So, finding ways to uh, feel love, experience love, understand love that doesn't come from things that you would do from your navel and lower. So, learning how to express love, experience love without getting. It's the difference between sensuality and sexuality. Can you perform sensual acts for yourself and others without doing it sexually, getting your genitals involved? And I'm not saying that what you do with your genitals is not my business, and I really don't care. I'm talking about how to acquire ascension. Being able to think from higher vibration is how you do that. It doesn't mean that you're or it doesn't mean that pleasure from lower regions isn't important. It means that self mastery is important. Being able to know the difference between um, higher thinking and always getting love or seeking love through your lower vibration thinking, and also through your sacral area and your genital area. If you are able to find expression and play from your higher chakras, you are going to ascend. The closer you get to above your head, the better it is for you to connect to Holy Spirit, connect to benevolent beings, connect to heaven, being able to literally tap in to the courts of heaven, courtroom, is attainable when you are able to access not just your third eye, but above your your crown. Being able to tap in is you're able to do that much easier. Um, Going into nature is extremely important, especially during the second half of this ascension period, because the second half of ascension is designed for element and nature spirits. They're going to kick butt out here, and I mean it literally. There are going to be quite a bit of unalivings that are going to take place as a result of karma and dharma um, contracts that need and debts that need to be paid, and element spirits and nature spirits are going to be participating in collecting debts. So um I really don't want to talk about that right now, so let's skip. I really don't want to talk about it. I really don't want to talk about it, so we're gonna skip that part. But it will be important to ground, and not ground using any electric device, but ground as in going out in nature, getting your feet attached to my mother Gaia, sitting out, and for instance, just going to the park when you're sitting down, take off your shoes and having your feet connect to the ground, cement, rock, soil, water, ocean water, lake water, pond water, um, everything that is natural, that is safe and sanitary. You need to use your discretion there, but connecting to nature is going to be essential. It already is, because there are codes um, that are being given to godlight individuals through the connection with the ground, um, from grounding. And also, frequencies is essential. The sound frequencies that you are listening to will affect you, will affect how you ascend, when you ascend, and also it'll affect your karma and dharma. It's affecting your level of rage as well as your levels of peace. And I just want to tell you a few that you should be mindful of, that you should consider um, paying attention to. So when it comes to frequency, please note hertz. We're talking about hertz here. 963, 852, 741, 631, 528, 417, 396, and 740. Those are some that you really, really, really want to pay attention to, listening to um, music or, instrumentals in those frequency. It will be very helpful in healing and can assist you in detoxing during the ascension time period, also in general. So, for instance, 741. Um, Now, consult. I'm not your doctor. I'm telling you my experience, um, and what I have experienced, and that is what I'm sharing here with you. Please use your discretion and, uh, yeah, use your own discretion, but I'm just telling you what I know to work for me. And they've asked me to share these things. So, 741 uh, hertz will assist in cortisol detox. 528 is extremely essential during the second half. So until October 26th, if you can make it a priority to incorporate that into your routine, um, I'll, there's DNA activity that is going to play an effect in. Now, 444 helps in releasing negative energy, removing negative energy from your physical body, your mind as well. Um, 963 um, helps to heal your third eye and your pineal gland. And that also, 963 also, with meditation, can assist you in accessing God frequency. Um, and 432 in general is just extremely healing. So listening to any music uh, in those frequencies, or instrumentals that are in those frequencies, can provide you a lot of healing during the um, during actually in general. So if you are trying to detox from anything, whether it's substance or energy or spirit, um, those frequencies can help you throughout the process. And also, food. Accessing as much local food as possible, eating within your state, eating within your city, eating um, food that um, is picked and processed close to you uh, makes a big difference. Now, also, I just want one last thing because I mentioned nature. Now, during the rest of this ascension process, till October 2026, I want to point out that all godlike individuals needs to pay attention to solar flares as well as the Schumann resonance activity. Now, I'm pointing that out to you not because I want you to be concerned. Um, a lot of what is said isn't about, for instance, the Schumann resonance is not totally accurate. There are going to be an increase in solar flares. There was a high increase in the spring, and in next spring, there's also going to be some major solar flares, especially during the month of April. And when there is high flare activity. Now I'm only speaking to godlike individuals, individuals who are not. I, what you do is not. It don't affect. It don't affect. It doesn't compute. But for individuals who are godlike, when there are high solar flares, it is advisable for you to go outside and be in nature, or in um be out exposed to these flares, because um, guardians closest to the sun, as well as crystalline realms, and Father Divine directly have been sending codes, healing codes, as well as additional ascension codes that are coming directly from the sun, which is why there are so many solar flare activities during the ascension period. And if you can just look that up. You can just look at the flares. For instance, during the month of April that had passed, there was heavy flares, and that was because of this life path period ascension process. And it is designed for um, invisible eyesight and ascension code assimilation, and that is coming from Ra and the guardians closest to the sun, who are participating in the process, which me personally, I'm very grateful to the guardians, to all godlike and divine led guardians, because their assistance did help me get promoted. So I am blessed. I'm blessed and grateful to have received this, and I have the information, so I am sharing it with everyone so that everyone who is godlike can ascend. In my opinion, I do not compare and I do not compete. I am delighted to be equally yoked with other godlike individuals, and I am hope filled and prayer filled that more individuals will ascend, not only ascend, but get promoted, hopefully in my lifetime. I I think I would shed literal tears to learn that not only that someone reached the final level, but that you graduated and you're promoted. Um, it is an honor and a blessing, and it also means we get to travel, and I am so excited. Yeah. Oh, before I come off, I just want to talk about that real. You know what? I'll talk about that in the next video. But yeah, there's more to come.